Hey, this is Kevin, and I've got a first look at the new Under Armour Anatomix Spawn Low. These are a new version of the Anatomix Spawns that came out in 2014, which was kind of Under Armour's main basketball shoe before the clutch fit drive and the Curry lines. So to try to make this short, I'm going to show you parts of the shoe and read off details from the product page on underarmour.com. And at the end, I'll have some sizing information as well. So let's start with the upper. The upper is mostly mesh that has, and I quote, layers of TPU films and PU-coated mesh for multi-layer support in an anatomical design. The exposed mesh is supposed to be for superior breathability and flexibility, but the mesh is only exposed on the toe box and minimal parts on the lateral and medial side. I'm going to guess this thin translucent layer is the TPU film that covers the sides and the back of the shoe, and the red and blue mesh layer is the PU-coated mesh found under the TPU layer and on the tip of the toe box. The tongue and collar areas are very well padded, so it should feel comfortable while keeping your foot in the shoe. The laces start not at the bottom of the tongue, but at the base of the shoe around the big and the pinky toe. I don't necessarily have a problem with this setup, but I am worried that the loop on the medial side might tear. And also tying the shoes tight makes the shoe wrinkle around this area. Moving to the midsole, Under Armour used a full-length micro G cushion system. I really enjoyed the micro G cushion of the original clutch fit drives. But since then, Under Armour used a mixture of micro G and charged cushion in their shoes, which made the cushion a little bit firm. But I am hoping that these feel like the balance of the old micro G cushion. Also, there is an internal midfoot shank for support. The traction is an adaptive traction pattern that has a shearing effect. Now, I've looked it up on Wikipedia, but I still don't know exactly what shearing means, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. But from what I see, the traction pattern is wavy, curvy lines all throughout the shoe, which kind of reminds me of a topographic map. It's definitely not a traditional pattern, and I don't remember any other shoes off the top of my head that have this kind of traction pattern. Maybe the Kobe 9s. Also, if you look from the side, the lines all have different heights. So when you stop, the different heights of lines, I guess, will give multiple layers traction, if that makes sense. Also, another thing I noticed when I was in store looking at these was that the black colorway has a full clear midsole, while the white colorway has half clear and half solid sole. Finally, sizing. The sizing on these is a little tricky. I wear a 10 in most of my basketball shoes, and I first tried on a 10 in these, and there was a lot of length and width left. So I tried on a 9.5, and I still felt a little roomy in my foot. But considering I was wearing thin socks, I thought I would be able to pull off a 9.5 if I wore just normal basketball socks. But I do still feel a little roomy in these. The width is fine because you can tighten the laces, but there is still a bit of length left. And there's a lot of toe room above my toes here, so my foot is moving around. I really didn't feel that in a lot of my other shoes, but it's kind of a new thing for me. But I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that at all. So if I had to give sizing advice, I would say go down half a size from whatever you normally wear in other basketball sneakers. But as I said, the sizing is tricky on these, and I would say you should definitely try them on before you buy them. And one last thing, I can finally tell you guys the weight of shoes because I got an electronic scale. So these weigh about 376 grams or around 13.26 ounces, which I would say is pretty light. To compare, the original clutch fit drives are around 392 grams or about 13.8 ounces. So that was my quick first look at the Under Armour Anatomix Spawn Low. I'll be testing these whenever I can, and we'll get a review out as soon as possible. Finally, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because I don't have much going on my channel, but drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you come back for my review as well. Thanks for watching.